33 starts, 4 wins.
It's not exactly the stat line you'd expect for a legend of the sport.
Is it? Not at all. I mean, if you're just looking at the raw numbers, the spreadsheet, you'd probably just scroll right past that name. You'd think, okay, a decent horse.
A solid performer, maybe, but certainly not an icon.
And yet, this is the thing. You go to any racetrack in Japan, you talk to the fans, and this horse, Kiseki, he's an absolute idol.
A total folk hero.
That's the paradox we are digging into today. The story of a racehorse who became one of the most beloved figures in the sport, not by winning, but weirdly, by losing.
But losing in a very specific, almost theatrical way.
Exactly. Losing with so much heart and, frankly, tactical insanity that the result almost stopped mattering.
And that's what I love about this. We're so often focused on, efficiency, win percentages, undefeated records. But Kiseki's story, it forces a different conversation. Our mission today is to really understand how defeat can become an art form.
And we've got a great set of notes here. We're going to cover his pedigree, the data behind his most famous races, those tactical shifts, and of course, the fan psychology. So, let's unpack the life of the champion of spirit.
Let's get into it.
So we have to start with the breeding. Because on paper, Kiseki wasn't meant to be some scrappy underdog. He was bred to be royalty.
Oh, absolutely. He was born May 13th, 2014. And when you look at that bloodline, the pressure was on from day one. His sire was rulership, a Grade 1 winner himself. But his dam sire, his mother's father, that was Deep Impact.
And for anyone who might not follow Japanese racing, Deep Impact he's like the Michael Jordan of the sport over there.
That's the perfect analogy. I mean, he changed everything. So when you have Deep Impact in the pedigree, you're not just hoping for a good horse. You are expecting a classic winner. The bar is set incredibly high.
Right. So from the get-go, he's supposed to be legendary. And at first, it kind of looked like he was on that path. He wins his debut as a 2-year-old.
A textbook start, looked great, big stride. Everyone sort of nodded and said, okay, here we go.
But then, the 3-year-old season hits. And this is where the stars are supposed to emerge.
The classic season,
right?
The road to the Japanese Derby. And this is where the first reality check comes in. Kiseki he couldn't quite get the job done.
The sources list it as just a string of frustrations. He was always there, but never winning.
Exactly. We're seeing a 5th.
It tells you there's talent there, but maybe not that final gear, that killer instinct.
And it has a practical consequence, too. The prize money from 3rd place just isn't enough. To get into the classics, you need earnings. So while the other big names of his generation are running for glory, Kiseki is on the sidelines.
So he was effectively written off. The next big thing label was gone.
Torn up and thrown away, yeah.
But this is where the story gets good. The summer break. They send the horses out to pasture for a bit to reset.
It's crucial for some horses. It gives them time to mature.
He comes back in the autumn and he's just, he's a different animal.
He is. He's refocused, drops back down to the allowance ranks and just starts winning. Back-to-back victories, he's climbing the ladder again.
Building that confidence.
And that momentum gets him a shot at the book time again. The Kobe Shimbun High, a major trial race.
And he runs second to Rei de Oro.
The Derby winner. So suddenly Kiseki isn't just a minor leaguer anymore. He's standing toe-to-toe with the best of his generation.
That second-place finish was his ticket to the final classic of the year, the Kikuka Sho.
The Japanese St. Leger. 3,000 meters. It's an ultimate test of stamina.
Okay, we have to spend some time on this race because the descriptions in the source material are just wild. This wasn't a normal race.
No. If you watch the replay, it looks like a different sport. It was a survival mission.
A typhoon hit Kyoto that day, didn't it?
A literal typhoon. The track was officially heavy, but honestly, this being polite, it was a swamp. Just an absolute mud bath. You can barely see the horse's legs.
And the field was wide open. The Derby winner skipped it. So the race is total chaos. And somehow, Kiseki is the favorite.
And this is where we see the first version of him. It's funny, he became famous for one style later, but here, he did the complete opposite.
He came from the back of the pack.
Practically dead last. The jockey, Mirko de Muro, he made this brilliant tactical decision. He saw the inside of the track was a complete bog, so he just kept Kiseki way, way out wide.
And launched this huge, sweeping move around everyone.
He did. While all the other horses were getting stuck in the mud and the traffic, Kiseki just kept grinding on the outside. He just powered through it.
And he won. His first, and spoiler, his only Group 1 win.
But here's the stat that just gets me. The winning time.
Okay, let's hear it.
3 minutes. 18.9 seconds.
3:18. Put that in context for us. Is that slow?
It is astonishingly slow. I mean, on a good day, on a firm track, that race is run in maybe 3 minutes and 3 seconds.
Wow. So we're talking about 15 seconds slower than normal.
In horse racing, that is an eternity. It's one of the slowest times in the modern history of the race. It proves it wasn't about speed. It was about pure, brutal stamina.
So he won because he just refused to stop.
He won on grit. That's it. Most horses would have just given up on that ground. He survived it.
That win really established his identity as this tough-as-nails survivor. But the irony is, that was the last time he ever won a race.
That was it. The top of the mountain. And right after that, he just hit a wall.
It's like that race took everything out of him.
It seemed like it.
Yeah.
He went to Hong Kong, finished 9th, came back at 4, 9th again, then 8th. He just looked like he was done.
He looked cooked.
He did. The spark was gone. And at that point, his team had a choice. They could keep doing the same thing and fade into obscurity, or they could try something crazy.
And they chose crazy. This is the reinvention part of the story.
Yeah, the big tactical shift. Until then, he'd always been ridden from behind to save energy. But they decided, wait a minute, this horse has endless stamina. Why are we saving it?
So what do?
They sent him to the front. In the tennis show, they fully committed. He took the lead himself. He became the pacemaker.
And a new identity was born? The escape artist.
The runaway horse. He decided he was going to make the race, not wait for it.
Which leads us directly to the 2018 Japan Cup.
If you ask any fan of Japanese racing about Kiseki, this is the race they will talk about.
Even though he came in second?
Especially because he came in second.
So set the scene. This is the biggest race in Japan.
Okay, so he's now fully embraced this front-running style. The gates open, and Kiseki just explodes out of there. He goes straight to the front and decides to turn this thing into a pure test of guts.
The numbers here, they're just scary. I'm looking at the splits.
He ran the first 1,000 meters in 59.9 seconds.
For a 2,400-meter race, that is. That's suicidal, right?
It should be. I mean, that's a sprinter's pace. Laws of physics say you cannot maintain that. You're supposed to hit a wall and collapse in the home stretch.
But he didn't. That's the Kiseki magic.
He didn't collapse. He somehow found another gear. He just dared the entire field to come and catch him.
And for a second, it looked like he might just steal it.
He was running the race of his life. But there was a horse in that race named Almondai.
The Triple Crown filly.
Maybe the best Japan has ever produced. And she was the only one who could go that pace with him. She stalked him, and in the final stretch...
She caught him.
She did. She flew by him. And because Kiseki set that insane pace, the final time was a world record. 2 minutes, 20.6 seconds.
A world record.
For 2,400 meters on turf. Oh, heard of.
And Kiseki's time.
He held on for second. He finished in 2 minutes, 20.9 seconds.
That is just, it's heartbreakingly fast.
Think about it. That 20.9 time would win almost any other Japan Cup in history, probably by 5 lengths. He ran a championship-winning race. He just happened to do it on the same day as an all-time great.
But the source says, though officially defeated, he had stolen the show.
He did, because Amidai was supposed to win. She was the superstar. But Kiseki made the race. He created the world record. He proved he had the heart of a champion, even without the trophy.
And that's what really cemented his legend, right? He became the entertainer.
Absolutely. After that, he was must-see TV. And he became so unpredictable.
We have to talk about his quirks. Because it wasn't just about running fast. Sometimes he had trouble starting.
Chuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quirks. So his dad, rulership, was notorious for being terrible in the starting gate. And as Kiseki got older, he inherited that bad habit.
So you have a horse whose whole strategy is to get to the front, but sometimes he misses the break entirely.
Exactly. It created this amazing drama. Every single race, you hold your breath. Is he going to break sharp and go, or is he going to stand there and have to make a desperate charge from the pack? You never knew.
The sources point to the 2020 and 2021 Japan Cups as perfect examples of this.
Right. In 2020, he breaks well, does his daring escape, makes the whole race exciting. He fades late, but he made his presence felt.
And 2021.
Complete opposite. He botches the start, he's at the back, and then mid-race, he just decides, nope, I need to be in front, and makes this insane, chaotic rush around the entire field.
It sounds like he was just running on pure instinct.
It was pure, chaotic energy. He was never, ever boring.
And the fans, they just ate it up. The data here is incredible.
Yeah, the fan voting for the big Grand Prix races,
yeah,
it's like an all-star game. Fans vote for who they want to see run.
And Kiseki.
He was in the top 10 of fan voting for 5 straight years.
5 years. For a horse that hadn't won a race since he was 3?
It shows that deep connection.
Yeah.
People weren't betting on him to win. They were voting for him because they wanted to see the show. They wanted to see what he would try next.
It didn't hurt that he had some of the best jockeys in the world willing to ride him either.
True. Demuro, Kawada, Wada. Top-tier guys. They knew he was a challenge, but they also knew it was a privilege to be on a horse with that much heart.
He raced until he was 7, which is a really long career for a horse at that level.
He was an iron horse. But time catches up to everyone. He eventually retired to stud duty.
And now he's trying to make the next generation.
That's the job.
I found the detail on his stud fee really interesting. It's set at 800,000 yen.
Which is, what, about 6,000 US dollars? It's very accessible.
It is. In a world where top stallions can cost hundreds of thousands, it means smaller breeders can take a shot. The hope is they'll find the next Kiseki.
The next miracle. Kiseki actually means miracle in Japanese.
I did not know that. Wow. That is perfect.
It really is.
You know, at the start of this, I looked at that record, 33 starts and 4 wins, and I just thought, how is this horse a legend? But now, thinking about him churning through that typhoon mud or blazing that 59.9 split, I get it.
It all comes down to narrative. He didn't just win a few races and retire. He constantly put himself out there, took these huge risks that didn't always pay off.
Yeah.
And that made him feel almost human.
He was relatable. We all have days where we give everything we have and still finish second to our almond-eye, right? Someone who's just a bit better on the day.
Exactly. He wasn't a machine. He was pure spirit. The source material sums it up beautifully. He wasn't defined by dominance, but by audacity.
Audacity. I love that.
It fits him perfectly. He made races unforgettable. And isn't that why we watch sports? To feel something. Kiseki made you feel something every single time.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more.